What's up everyone, this is CoyneDawg here with another GTA video. So in this video we've got the round 3 summary of my Lap Time Legends competition, which was set around Bravado National Club. So this was the third round of the competition we've had so far, and you'll see a few laps here while I just talk about the general, how the round went and all that sort of stuff. We had quite a good mix of competitors again. I think we had about 13, we had 14 people that took part this round, which was pretty good. And we had quite a good mix of cars. The ultimate car that you'll see being used most is the Abe.Cede. But you can see Bayman here, he was brave and took an 811. We had some Tempestas and Tornos. Nero Custom did really well as well, as you'll see a bit later on. But the X80 seemed to be the car of choice for the majority of people in the end after they'd tried out a number of vehicles. The track itself got positive feedback from near enough everyone that took part. There was a couple of people that didn't really like it. I was pretty pleased with the feedback we got, and the track itself I personally felt was quite a good track, and I know some people, particularly Obi and NexRex, put a lot of hours into doing good lap times on it. So so I mean that's kind of how it went really. You'll see from this that there's a lot of people taking similar lines and all that sort of thing. That there's not a huge difference between it. It's quite interesting when you look at lap times like these two that we've got on now, where you're talking like 0.2 of a second between them. And as you watch this lap, as you go through, if you pause it at various locations, you'll see that the gaps they change quite a lot. At some point one person's ahead and then they'll close up and so on and so forth. You can just see all these little mistakes that add up and create these gaps, and I really do like doing these like side-by-side video comparisons, because they offer something interesting, and I've had the feedback from the people that have been taking part as well that they enjoy it, because they can see if their video gets chosen, they can see from their own video how they're performing and where they've perhaps made mistakes and where they can improve, which you can't always see when you're just looking at a video of your own lap. But when you can see a faster lap and it's only a couple of tenths faster than you next to yours, it kind of helps to be able to understand where you lost that time and where you can perhaps get some time back. But so those are the 4 videos we've shown so far, and if we just go on to the top 2 now. So the top 2 this week were Obi, which is nothing unusual, and NexRex, who he's never been in the top before, so well done NexRex. And you can see here we've got an X80 and a Nero Custom. And immediately after the first corner, NexRex was already behind, and that just continues throughout the lap really. I mean, you can see the gap, even though these are first and second, we're talking what, 6.5 of a second difference between the two. It's a pretty significant gap. But even so, NexRex did really well. He was I remember when we first opened this round, he did like a 1:10.9 or something like that, but he kept at it and just carried on. And he spent a lot of time with Obi, to be fair, as well, but he's obviously learnt a lot from it, and his racing has clearly become a lot better because of it, because he's improved his lap time by over a second, to be the second best lap time, even quicker than Skrazer, who wasn't a big fan of the track. But I was pretty impressed with that, to be honest, with just how far he came throughout the week. So a big well done to NexRex, and a big well done to Obi as well. He's made up a big chunk of points on Skrazer this round. That tightens up the championship a little bit. So you can see there how the results were for this round just gone. So 152 points for Obi compared to 112 for Skrazer, and they're the 1 and 2 in the overall standings. So if we just have a look here on the overall standings, you can see there. So Skrazer is on 344, and Obi's on 276. So you're talking about a 68 point difference. It's still a pretty big gap, but this last round is a little bit different. So this could throw up a surprise. We just don't know. So the next round, for anyone that doesn't follow it on Discord or anything like that, is an off-road track. And the track I've picked is this one here, called Tarmac and Dirt. So I'm going to take you around a lap time of this now. So as you can see here, start off on tarmac, so hence the name Tarmac and Dirt. All the way down here, catch the little curb boost on the side there of the bridge. All the way down into this hard hairpin, out off onto the dirt. Cut the corner just a little bit, but not too much. And then there's 2 lines you can take here. You can take the risky line like this, so you can follow the road. I think that one is quicker, to be honest, to cut the corner like that. Taking it easy round here, not to fliff the Desert Raid or the Trophy Truck. They're the 2 vehicles I'd recommend, to be honest, because I don't think anything else will be on the pace. Bikes are banned, by the way, for obvious reasons, so no Sanchez's or anything like that. And yeah, follow this round again, just being careful. This next corner is a bit deceiving. You can take that flat out because the bank's turning helps you round. cut that corner, but not too much because you don't want to take too much air. But I believe it is quicker just to cut it a little bit. And then we're back onto tarmac again now into a really twisty section, which is a little bit tricky, this section. It took me a while to get this right. So if you just cut round there, and again back on yourself. Up the hill now, and I think you can be braver than I was over this hill. I was a little bit careful over it, but over the hill, all the way around this tree, which happens to be on fire. All the way back down here, and again, if you're brave around this last corner here, you can go flat out. Back out onto the tarmac and down this straight here. And then this corner here is a little bit tricky, and you can cut straight across that and then straight across the next section there. Back up onto the tarmac and under the bridge. So that's a lap of tarmac and dirt, which is a really nice circuit. I think it really suited what I was looking for. It's quite a tricky circuit. There's some good, interesting lines you can take, some risks you can take to gain some time. So yeah, I'm hoping you guys will enjoy it. The par time for this round will be a 127.750, which I think everyone will achieve, and I think this will be a big points round. Off-roads are not my strong point at all, so to set a good par time I struggled with, to be honest, and I think that lap time is something that a lot of people will be able to beat. But yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy it. If no one's joined yet, then feel free to do so. Even if you haven't taken part in the previous rounds, you know, it's a lot of fun. We get a lot of people in the chat on the Discord and all that, so come and join in if you've got a PC and you want to take part. But that's it for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for the people that have been taking part in the competition. And I'll be back again soon.